Valentine's is almost here. That means that it's time for our Valentine's seasonal banner and a new unit review. So let's jump right in and get started. Up first is our free unit for this update, Eliwood. Valentine's Eliwood is a 175 BST Lance armor and will be obtainable from Tempest Trials. Despite his stat total, Eliwood's stat distribution is awkward. In most situations, he'll find himself outperformed by Effie or Winter Robin. If he had access to IVs, this wouldn't be the case, but he's stuck at neutral. BST is BST though, and Eliwood will score well on those grounds alone. His weapon is the Casablanca. While wielding it, Eliwood nullifies buffs on ranged units in combat. His kit also includes a double rally, fire boost, and the previously locked to Hector goad armor. All in all, I think Eliwood is an above average reward unit, and he will be very useful for a lot of players. Let's move on to the banner. We'll start with colorless this time, and take a look at Eliwood's son, Roy. Valentine's Roy is an odd unit, and I've seen plenty of discussion calling him terrible. But let's take a trip back in time. When Reinhardt was first introduced, a lot of players felt that he was underwhelming too. His speed was low and he couldn't enemy phase, and the damage offered by Blade Tomes seemed to be more useful than a Brave effect. However, it didn't take long for Reinhardt to prove everyone wrong. He became a meta-defining player phase damage dealer. Brave Bow is weaker than Dire Thunder, but Roy's extra base attack makes up the difference and then some. With a plus attack nature, Roy hits an impressive 38 attack. Add on the might from the weapon, 6 from Deathblow, 6 from Hone Cavalry, and well, I think you get the idea. In terms of skills, Roy comes with a buff-canceling bow, reciprocal aid, Deathblow, and Bow Valor. Of these, Deathblow is the only one that I expect will make it into final builds. Availability is Roy's major weakness. As a 5-star locked seasonal unit, players will have a hard time getting their hands on a plus attack nature, and unlike Reinhardt, we have no chance of hitting him off banner. Next we have Lin, our third armored mage and our first blue one. Right away, most players will notice Lin's speed. With a 31-36 offensive stat line at neutral, Lin is blisteringly fast. At a glance, Lin has the stat line of a Blade Tome infantry. Unlike Blade Tome infantry, however, Lin benefits from armor synergy buffs and has much higher BST. She's a powerful unit, and will be at home wielding either a Blade Tome or an Owl Tome. She's got a lot of potential, and I think we're only scratching the surface. Her base kit is also rock solid. Attack speed bond is excellent. Her B skill is guard. Her C skill is armor march, crucial for improving her mobility. Her default weapon is the only weak link. Like the other units on this banner, Lin comes with a buff canceling seasonal weapon, and it just doesn't do much for her. Next up is Lilina. Lilina is a green cavalry mage, and she has some close competition. If we take her stats and place them side by side with Gunthra and Cecilia, we can see that there aren't that many differences between them. Gunthra is faster, but weaker. Cecilia is slower, and again a bit weaker, but has higher defenses. To be honest, I think the similarities in this category are what hold Lilina back the most. Her stats suggest running a Blade Tome setup, but once buffed, the difference in power between her and Cecilia becomes marginal at best. She has the highest upfront attack, which is fitting for Lilina, but it's not so much higher that it makes her an exciting core team prospect. That may be unfair though. Lilina is not a bad unit, and having 35 base attack while riding a horse is strong enough to be valuable by itself. Her base skill set includes a seasonal buff canceling weapon, a dual stat A skill, an AoE special, and attack tactic. Of these, I think the tactic is the most valuable piece of fodder. Finally, we have the big prize in this banner and the unit that people are excited for, Valentines Hector. First things first, Valentines Hector has higher BST than his vanilla counterpart. In terms of score, the new Hector will be just better than the old Hector on equivalent merges. His stat allocation is also better overall, with points taken out of HP and speed, and then funneled into attack, defense, and resistance. I don't like to focus too much on the specifics of boons and banes in these videos, but Valentines Hector also has an attack super boon, which catapults him up to 42 base attack at 0 merges. His personal weapon is the Berserk Armads, a 16 might axe with cooldown reduction and a built-in wrath effect. In my opinion, it's the single strongest personal weapon in the game. So strong, in fact, that most of your other build choices will be insignificant in comparison. This weapon has incredible synergy with damaging specials and makes Hector's B slot flexible. He can run Vantage, Bold, Vengeful or Wary Fighter, or even Double Wrath and perform well with all of them. He's just good, so lean into a build that suits your playstyle. Despite this monstrous power, Valentines Hector is not strictly better than his old version. Due to the layered interactions between Wary Fighter, Armads, and Quick Riposte, the original Hector can still run the Omnibreaker setup, and Valentines Hector can't. Whether you feel that matters is up to you. Valentines Hector's skills are notable for one big reason. He has Distant Counter by default. Overall, these units are good. They aren't total game changers like the Christmas Armor units, but that's a good thing. If you want to pull on this banner, I'd recommend gunning for Hector first, Lynn second, Roy third, and Lilina last. That's just me though, and you should always prioritize your favorites and what you think is fun. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please consider leaving a like or subscribing. You can find me on Twitter at DireThunderYT, so feel free to send me cool stuff or just drop by to say hello. As always, I hope to see you next time. Take care.